Hey everyone, Lensmanoz here, and welcome to another episode of Manufactio. So, what did we do last episode? I think I unlocked a whole bunch of the military items. So if we go to the book, just load it in here. Things may pop in a little bit as we're loading it. It's having a bit of fun. Mob mashing, we still need to get 100 production research. I think that's okay. Yes, fixed backlog. Although I fixed the backlog by leaving the game running. I pretty much AFK'd it. I loaded it up and then went and washed my car. So it's very, very much at that point not having enough iron. I've got tons of copper though, and that's really annoying at the moment. I've only got another 15,000 left in this, and then I may have to make another elite bin, which again I've got all the materials for it. It's just, you know, that's a manual craft. Let's see here. So one thing I did change up, and it's thanks to watching one of Frogman's videos. So his link is down below, along with a couple of other YouTubers that are in the Manufactio Discord with me. He was saying about, seems like the grenade launcher's going off. Saying about hoppers and how they obviously cause lag, which they do, and that these are better. They're extracting conveyors. This is a covered one. I just had a few spare from, I don't know, something. I think it was when I was trying to extract stuff from that shelving unit. So I put just a basic bin, the new reinforced filter, and this is set up, but it's also set up with, you can hit it with engineering wire cutters. Is that the same thing? No. Anyway. You can right click with these and they change how often they tick. So I'll put it up to 20 ticks. So technically what it's running, it should extract every minute. But you'll see here, sorry, every second. I still have lag. And that's just 100% due to my machine being a bit old. So I think we can do COFH CPS, and you'll see that I'm only running at 15.97 TPS, where it should be about 20, which is normal is 20 TPS. So I do have an issue. My machine is getting older. It's a Gen 2 i5, so we're looking circa 2012, I think, processor. She's struggling a bit. But, you know, and this pack is fairly heavy. I do have a lot of stuff crammed in. These conveyors are still here, yes, and I do need to work on getting rid of them. But at the moment, not yet. I've got, you know, the animation turned off and everything still. But these are, I think these are pretty much it. These are the last lot. I haven't gone as far as using the filters to set up this system yet. I will get there. It's not high priority now, but we do have a lot of material here that's coming through the system. I got this guy running again. I think I had him running in the last episode. What I'm working on, and I'd forgotten all about this. Do I still have my little scannery thing? No, I don't seem to. Where have I put that? I want my little scanner. This guy. So some of the quest, the bonus quest rewards. I'm going to be careful. I haven't put a insider cable here. One of the bonus quest rewards, or a lot of them, I should say. I'll come back to that. We've got these challenges. And what they do, if you select each one, they put ore into the chunk that you're standing in. So with that, I plan on using this guy. So I'll claim them while I'm here. So I actually want to, you know, run over and claim the last stack while I'm standing in this spot. So at least As you can see, this chunk's almost empty. We're in the chunk. Yes. It's got a little bit of coal, a little bit of redstone, a little bit of copper, and a big chunk of aluminium. So once this runs out, I'd like to use this drill to have extra those bonus materials. So yeah, that's the plan. That is the plan at the moment. I mean, obviously we've got a bit to go before we get there. There's a couple of thousand items in this chunk still. It's either that or I'm going to put another one here back where it used to be, because this chunk is empty. And we could just feed straight into the line or into a chest. A steel chest, probably. Okay. To do that, though, what I've done is I set these chests up here. Like, this is the normal one, which has the fluid ducts and a few servos that I had, and assault rifle magazines, etc. This has now got the new reinforced filter with the items. Only hold it to 64. These guys, this one here, is pistol magazines are coming into this. These are made as part of military science from memory. Military spelling would be good. The military science needs pistol magazines, so we do have them auto crafting, but they are going to require iron, which we are sorely lacking. It's also requiring a lot of gunpowder, and that's something else we're also lacking. So that's something I need to work through, acquiring more, and whether that means I use send some ore to the whatever this thing's called again. This big guy, arc furnace. Whether it means I'm sending stuff to here to be processed, because it does have slag as an output. Now, I thought the extra item got extracted here. I think it does. What? I mean, it's backstuffed at the moment. Well, let's just check what that is. Yeah. Okay, so slag. I've set up. This is all connected to our system. I've set up. Thought I'd set up slag to go to. Oh, actually, I know what the problem is. I got slag set up to go here, but I've also only got it set to run at 64 max, so it won't be extracting from there at the moment. This is running. We are getting sand and gunpowder. Sand and gunpowder should go into here, please. Sand is red. Gunpowder is red. That side is red. It should be going straight into... Yeah, it is. Cool. And that'll go underground here and into the storage thing inside. Gunpowder is probably coming straight out. That's also probably blocking up that whole pipe work. Right, so things aren't progressing through. And again, I do need to do some work around the system here at the moment. But being what it is, it'll come with time. So I just throw that on in manually occasionally just to get it running. It'll drop into this front little furnace, the powered one. Excuse me, just taking a drink. It'll drop into this guy. And if that has power, which apparently it does not. This is something I'm finding as well. Things are breaking. Every time I log in, there's something like that's got power. I don't understand why that doesn't have power. Can you not fire up and eat it? That guy off and maybe reapply him. Yes. So this is just something that's happening occasionally. We're getting these odd little glitches, and I do have to like break and replace a cable or a conduit or something like that. But that will just start to. Oh, it's out of power again. I don't get it. I think 1 minute it's working. Next minute's not. I wonder if I can get that to run without the duct, maybe. Doesn't matter. Whatever. Yeah, so I've got the piston magazines coming in here, and this is set up to accept 1,000, which is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, about 16 stacks. Is that about right? I think my maths is correct. This one's set up for conveyor belts. Something else that we create over there, and I'm not using tons of them. Well, I mean, they are used to make green science. So we need inserters and conveyor belts to make green science. This one is less because I'd already actually gone ahead and pumped in a bunch of conveyors. So we're at a little bit close to what we need. This one has basic circuits, so this system is obviously been prioritized and it's running. I don't know how much stuff I've got left. Obviously the copper's fine, it's been burning its way through. We've got redstone's getting a bit low. We're about half a silo of redstone, so yeah. So I was going to try and hand some of them in, but I think I'm going to leave it until that drill drops down. Get a little bit of redstone, some iron. Iron's handy. Copper, got a lot of copper. What I wanted to do this episode, now that I've rambled for 11 minutes. Sorry. Now that I've rambled for 11 minutes, I want to set up. Let's go back. Where are you? Processing. So I've unlocked the biofuels, and I want to set up the squeezer fermenter refinery stuff from immersive engineering. And the reason I want to set that guy up is because if you look, the jetpack, I think it is. So I was looking at making the jetpack. These fuel tanks, they can be filled in a chemical lab. They can be filled with biodiesel. So assuming that Golrith doesn't watch this and go, what are you doing? I should be able to use the biodiesel to fill fuel tanks, and anything that fuel tanks go in. So in this case, we've got the mining drill, and it's used as an ammo for like the flamethrower. So we can make a chainsaw, and the mining drill sounds like a cool idea, but the jetpack is what I want to look into. I want to build one of these guys. A lot of this stuff we've got the materials for. Jump pack is just like compressed air tanks. Again, we can just throw them in a chemical lab. I've got 2 in the chest that I've got sitting over here. So assuming I have all the bits and pieces I need, which I don't, I will probably need some of them. I got some impulse item ducts. Let's grab a few more. I have considered converting all these guys to the opaque ones. If that helps with lag, I'm not 100% sure. I think it might, in which case it probably would be smarter for me to go ahead and replace most of them with opaque. Going to be a bit of a challenge. So over here I've marked out an area I want to build this guy. Got a storage crate. I've put out these three plated areas. This is where I want to build the system. I've also converted, and I do have another close here that I've had sitting for a while. I converted 2 of these over to run industrial hemp. The reason for that is that industrial hemp seed in the industrial squeezer is 120 millibuckets of plant oil, as opposed to normal seeds. I don't know if I can just click straight on this guy and get its recipes. Normal seeds are only about 80, I think. So it's a better option. And then something else that I learned from, pretty sure it was Frogman's video again. Pretty switched on chap, that one. Is that we can use the, let's go plant oil, apparently can be used in the lubricators. So if we unlock, do I have it unlocked or not? This guy here, the automatic lubrication. we unlock this, and you put them next to certain machines, they'll run faster. So that's a thing. All right, so I have the misfortune of building this near that guy. So I've got this storage crate. Let's bring him over. And it's a little dark here, but it's not too bad. So in here we've got our items for each thing. It'll be a case of saying which one's which. We have... I think they're under heavy, aren't they? So we've got squeezer, the fermenter, and the refinery. I'm pretty sure it's in that order. We can go squeezer. So I would go and get the projector thing, but having it in my inventory really does mess up occasionally. If you put it up in this top left corner here, you'll get the red boxes from that thing over there. I think I showed that in a previous video. Okay, so I've gone and sorted my inventory enough. Probably not. Let's see if I can get rid of some of this. No, that's all pretty full. That's alright. It's fine. Let's collect up these materials. Take that. You can see how much fun it is over here. I'm starting to get hordes. Since the last update, obviously my difficulty settings aren't quite the same as what they were. So I'm getting more hordes, which is fine. It could also be because I left it AFK for a while. Again, not a big issue. Alright, so this guy, we want 2 pops on the ground. Stop, please. Playing. Okay, so... Yep. Little... Yeah, cool. Probably forget everything I just looked at. But let's try this out. There was pipes in the middle here. So... I know it's terrible and I shouldn't laugh that much, but it is quite humorous watching them explode. You go there. I don't want that down there for. Go away. You are there. I think wooden barrels there. Redstone on this front corner, and then the fences in the back corner. You. Like that. That. There. Piston, you go here, and I don't know if I need to rotate him. Find out in a second. There we go. Is that the way I want it placed down? Probably not, right? So I probably want that output this side. Although, an output there. Output there, input. This one is actually probably better off over there. And then output facing this way. Alright, so give me a second. Let me just break these things. Let's replace this one over in that area. They're wood. Wooden barrels better with a axe. Cool. No, shovels don't break things like that. Really having a great day. Great day, let's go. Alright, so these things come all up. Cool. Let's try that again. Let's put the pipes here. This like that. You can go away, you here. 1, 2, it'll put the redstone block there. The barrels. Yeah. Still a little paranoid. I should be okay. There's plenty of protection around the area for me. Alright, so that's that. Inputs here. Outputs here. Very nice. This is our squeezer. So this one will have, wherever my ducting is at the moment. You go like that, and you will have a filter. You say hello, thank you. Whitelist, industrial hemp seeds. Take them. So anything that any of the seeds that are coming from those 2 garden cloches will end up coming into... I'm probably going to have to relog looking at that. This happens occasionally. I think if... Whoop, not that button. I think if I do this... Yeah, see all my armor's now gone. And I've got like a bit of pipe on my head. If I relog, it'll go away. So what I might do is just quickly cut. And I will relog. And be back in just a moment. Alrighty, I'm back. Everything's back in the right spot. Hopefully we can continue on what we were doing. Now, the hordes seem to be coming fairly thick and fast. So what I'll do is I'm going to run through all this and we will get things set up. But I'll probably end up just doing all the pipework stuff in between episodes, because obviously I've gone a fair bit through the episode already. So let's do this guy. We're going to put the pipes out this side. It's a similar recipe. Very similar on the bottom. So let's go 2 pipes. You'll go there. You're going to go here like that. And I think light there. Redstone's probably here. Cauldron and sheet metal. So which one's first? Cauldrons. Okay, cool. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. I should be able to hit this. Alright, so that just... It'll mean that my inputs and stuff are on the back, but the pipework output is into here. This is facing towards the refinery, which is where we want it. These are the items for the refinery. Let's just quickly bash through and get the refinery up and running. So I think the pipes go right down the guts. Yep. Heavy at the front, light at the back. Okay, there's a... See that guy pop up just then? Heavy at the front. 1, 2. Light at the back. Buddy. That rifle likes you. Oh, this has got to be the best weapon, honestly. What do we got? These guys for the rest. You went there. What else do we have? And then just the steel block stuff. Yep, cool. So hopefully I actually calculate correctly. Yes, I did. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool, like that. Whack. Awesome. So what I can do here is fluid ducts. Go there. And there. And then our output will be here. I will run into a tank more than likely. Because I want one to go to, obviously, the fuel refilling. And the other to be used for lubrication, because this is renewable, right? So once we get this guy up and running, the items that it takes are fully renewable. They are just plant matter. You have one there. I mean, I could do this. Okay, so the fermenter, I'm going to use potatoes, because that's the other thing I have set up in the cloches over there. Do I have any? No, I've forgotten to pick them up. But let's whack a filter on that guy. Yoink. And I removed the trees from here because I've got a lot of wood in the shelving unit. So I figured I'll just take the trees out for now. Stack of potatoes. Alright, so we will use these. Hello, in here. Cool, and then what I need to do now is obviously hook up some item ducts. I do have some under here at the farm. Or I've got some right there, so I might be able to bring it in under here. That's the water. Yeah. Alright, cool. I'll get there. Let's do maybe wire. I've got wire here. That one will be the only one that'll... No, that should be okay, because I can access it from that side. I'll put a cable across here so I can zap myself every time I walk through. Be fantastic. Again, I would like to go straight to ducts and just run ducting, but for some reason this thing does not like me. It's cool. Let's do it anyway. Be fine. So let's run this way. That is not where I just clicked. What the? You're seeing that, right? I'm shift clicking here. Goodness me. Just for giggles, it goes, oh no, I'm gonna place it on top of the thing you're looking at. It's fine. I'll be agitated about it later. Let's go here. Maybe because it's not actually there, it's blocks that aren't really in that spot. Cool, so then I can probably run a cable to there. Just need an MV connector. HV would be great if I could go to HV eventually. Do I have any? Please tell me. I was going to say, do I have any? Yeah, good. I have quite a few. You can have that and that. Thanks. All right. Let's get this guy hooked up. I decided to leave the dynamic surroundings mod turned on. Now, the reason I've done that is because I don't know. I tend to find there's times where I'm playing through. They're gonna zap me. No. And it can be a little quiet. So for some of you, that's something you don't really like, and I understand that. So by having at least some kind of background noise, I guess, you can have something to listen to instead of just silence. Let's see. Can I go under here? I'll get zapped if I go there, but can I go? It's going to take more ducting than I actually have on me at the moment. I will need to go. I was going to say buy some more, but just collect some more. Right. I should be able to, one, get a bit of air. Let me see if I can tap into that line. Oh, that's... Is that the water line? Yeah, that's water. Okay, let's do this. And out. Ow. Very nice. Let's go this way. Go down another one. Of course, I'll let the water in. Okay. Nice. And then this way. Because I will bring this ducting back in, and so I don't want to completely cross over where it is. Ooh, salt. If I come around the back here, like so, and then just bring this down this way. Again, I probably don't have enough. Maybe I do. Right. Gonna zap myself again. Alright, so that's there. bringing this up here. Can I go there? I can. We're going to see. Oh my gosh. The flood of potatoes. Potatoes and stuff going flying everywhere, right? They're all blowing in. Here we go. So we are up and running. We have oil. Oh yeah, I guess we've got the things coming in. So plant oil is coming in. Ethanol is coming in. There we go. And we're getting biodiesel. Look at that. Straight away, things progressing. Not a real problem. I don't need to put any extraction set up on these pipes because it will auto output to it. I'll replace these with some sort of plate at some point, but just for now I'm just going to cover it up with dirt. And once we get to the next step, we'll run some more fluid ducts to the next step of processing. So that might be over here, that might be back inside the base, but we now have this guy, the chemical lab, so we can make the fuel tanks. And it should work. We should be able to put biodiesel in. These things are just some buckets and steel plates. So I'll make some of these because they're a manual craft. Make a bunch of them and we'll be able to test out using the fuel tanks in that process. But again, this is also something that can act in those lubricators. This stuff, sorry. Seed oil? Seed oil can be used in the lubricators. So once this back stuffs, we'll be able to... Ooh, there's an engine. Pearl. You finished? Thanks. Yeah, so once we get enough of this flowing into here and this is all back stuffed, we'll be able to use the plant oil as a lubricant. Be nice. Wow, lots of potatoes in here. This one is not running as fast, I'm guessing. Are you actually running? Oh yeah, it's going. Just it's running. It's fine. Things are happening. All right, cool. I have just rolled over the wrapping up point, so I will wrap up here. This is our next, our next progression thing. I will look into building the jetpack probably next episode, and we'll see if we can get all these items, iron plates, some heavy cloth. I will need heavy cloth, and we are going to get a lot of industrial hemp. That is going to be the next thing I need to keep an eye on, because obviously if I've got industrial hemp seeds planted in here, it's going to be producing hemp fiber, which looking at that tells me that my setup in here is already full. So I have this stuff that I need to make some more of that fiber with. I've probably got a recipe in one of these guys somewhere. But I'm going to make up that stuff. We'll make up the jetpack, and hopefully actually I think this stuff's used in the cable too, isn't it? Yes. So making some more MV cables would be a good use of this stuff, but there is no automatic use to make these, right? Yeah, so that's just all manual craft. So I'll make a bunch of that. We'll get rid of some of that hemp fiber. And look, worst case, I'll try and void it. And problem is, there's no real void mechanic in this game. Don't have a trash bin. I want to try and reuse as much as I can, but it's to that point where it's like, man, maybe I'll just pipe it over to my dropping conveyor belt here. And I was just thinking about it. I've got plenty of gunpowder. I kept forgetting that's there. So I don't produce the slag that much anymore, but now I'm processing it. Anyway, are you all up to date? Okay, things seem to be flowing through. Excellent. So we've probably just burnt through all our slag. Some gunpowder in here. Just quickly check in here. If I type in the word gun, It's only a couple of stacks, but I'm pretty sure this whole thing's full anyway, right? And that's a little bit of a problem. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Follow all the links below to the fellow YouTubers. If you are that way inclined and feel like supporting my channel, please follow my links down below to all the ways of supporting. And again, thank you if you do, much appreciated. Until next time, hope you have a good one, and I'll see you then.